This reminds me.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yay!
Yay! Hi, everybody.
Yay.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Nuno.
We were
Deborah,
discussing Cape Verde.
Sunny. Hi, Sunny.
I wanted to know
Hi,
what Cape
Sunny.
Verde meant, the green cape. Hi, Sunny.
Alex,
Cabo Verde.
congratulations.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Sunny.
Yay.
Alex,
Hello, Alex.
congratulations on your new baby.
Thank you. I'm at my daughter's house right now. She was supposed to come home today, but they're keeping her one more day
Oh.
for testing. She has
Okay.
a blood disorder and she lost her first baby, so they're being very
Oh.
careful. Everything's really good though.
Yeah,
Okay,
Wonderful.
that's good. That's
and
good.
it's healthy and beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Hi,
Yeah.
It
Diane.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Annie.
Hello,
There you
Nuno.
are.
Hi.
There you are.
Hello, precious
Thank-
one.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Annie.
you for being there.
Yeah, so Peter is missing in action.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
He
that's a
thinks
good way
wanna
to put
See
it.
if I
He's quantum.
He's in quantum. It's
Yeah.
definitely quantum.
Do
He's
you guys
definitely
think Peter
here.
forgot?
I don't know.
No,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He
he's
doesn't
just joining
forget.
us on. He's just joining us on a higher level.
He's just on
Yeah.
another plane.
Yes.
It's a new test for us also, right?
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
was just,
Yeah.
Diane Lynn, can we, you want to try anything else to join with? Have you
I
tried
pushed every button.
Okay.
Well,
Have you tried?
we can
Oh,
hear
wow,
you.
Diane
That's
Lynn.
great.
Push him
So
again.
my video
you-
button is on the left
I can get
lower.
onto my phone, which is
Phone.
what I usually use.
If you,
I
if you
usually
like,
use my telephone. That's why I am tiny.
let me just say that the connection is not as usual, your connection, your audio connection. So is it possible that you have a Wi-Fi problem?
In the mountains.
That's possible. That's possible.
Now it's clearer, the
Yes.
the audio, but
Yes.
a while ago it was cutting a little bit, so that might be it. Also, if you want to try to rejoin and go through all
I'm
the steps.
trying from my telephone now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Here
you.
go.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Yay.
we love to see you.
But your name is in lowercase.
So
Yay,
Peter.
there you are.
Just close
We were
this
just
one out.
waiting for.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, good. I have been removed. Oh, good. Okay.
Yay.
Thank
There
you.
you are.
Yay!
Yay. Oh, where's Annie? Oh,
Go, girl.
Now I'm on my tiny phone.
There's
Okay.
Annie.
Thank you.
There's Annie.
Wonderful.
Annie. Hi, Annie.
hi. She's back.
Hello.
That's good.
Hi, Annie.
Oh, wow.
You.
I called
Yes.
Peter and I got his recording too.
Wow.
that Peter's on? Did you say Peter's on FaceTime, Nuno?
No,
Well,
hi.
he has
Hi.
an iPhone,
Say hi.
so
Say hi. Say hi.
hi.
Say hi, Nala. Nala, say hi right there. The
Well,
one dog.
Oh.
Yes,
Trying to get
big
my
one.
coffee. Yeah, she is a big one. She's a big little tiny
Yes.
pussy cat. Big one. She's like happy, 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 happy. Nala.
5D, 5D.
So I have a message from Deborah. She will try another connection because she
Oh.
just wear out her net, the web package. I don't know, something.
Drop it off.
Yes. So she will try another way, or
Is everyone feeling Lionsgate energies these days?
I'm feeling very
Yes.
exhausted.
Mm,
I thought we were supposed to get
yeah.
more energy.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I
Maybe
guess
you have
it's
to
all
move.
about how your body individually, receives it.
That's true.
It can't be,
Plus,
it
I've
can't be
just
quite.
had a lot of emotions with Maxine, my
Oh,
daughter.
that's huge.
a lot.
Yeah.
And
Alex, wow.
I think the hardest thing for me to balance is my emotions. I feel like I
Yeah.
flunk a lot, but I can get
Yes.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because
No.
I got
Just
really good this
practicing.
week. It is practicing, Nuno, and
Yeah,
a lot of your
practice.
little coaching really helps, because I'm like, it gives me a different viewpoint that I can try. And
I
first
read
thing
a-
in the morning, before I get out of bed, I just sit there and wait till I'm balanced, and I can feel everything
Yes,
fall away.
I do the same.
Do you know those
every
pages,
day.
I do too.
that one GIF with the pages that you
Mm.
can read 20,000 words per
Mhm.
minute, the GIF with the pages?
Yes,
I
Yes.
picture that, and I'm like, Alex, just let go of the pages. You do not need them anymore. You want to be the thin book. And I can feel them going away.
nice,
It helps.
nice. That's
lot
a
of
Nice.
lot of
great
stuff that you
sharing.
put up. I love your sharing today. Wow. Your water.
Oh. Oh, it was actually yesterday.
I
The
know.
water, right?
You know what?
Yeah.
Between the baby coming, I kind of,
Of course.
and then I couldn't get the computer working at her house. So
So you're here.
I'm catching up. Yes. I was determined to be here.
And as for your question,
Yes.
water and body, right?
Yeah.
It's tricky for me, but I already went a little far. So it's water is there right at the beginning, before even the Peter and quantum singularity, voice and form got out. So it's, for me, this is just a personal view. It's just like a big body of water. We had to create something. We had to create something to give us, space to go forward. And I feel that was water, So for me, it's just a big body of water that we created, expanded, and that allow us to go to whatever we needed to go, to wherever we needed to go. So it's
you know what's-
actually a good dive.
What's interesting, you're speaking, and I asked my quantum magnificence for a lot of help in making everything simpler.
Yes.
Connecting to quantum 24/7, make it simpler. So I'm sitting out in the hammock in the backyard, and on the East Coast, I don't know if they have them all over the world, we have these great blue herons.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we have been going through a bit of a drought. So the pond next door, I thought it was dried up, but I'm laying there and I was just connecting with the water, quantum strength, and feeling the water. So I opened my eyes, and this great blue heron, they're big, flew, I don't know, within 20 feet of me, like it was for me.
Wow.
And
Huh.
I was like, oh, thank you, because I looked it up, and it's all about water and the Native American.
Oh, nice.
So now I bring
I,
it with me, and I dive down, and I go to the bottom, Alex. You can breathe. Grab the quantum strength, and before I get out of bed, and I'm watching the pages flip, and I'm the great blue heron, and it's all about the water and the one body. But I have this
Yeah.
fear still. But when I let it go, I can go all the way to the bottom. But
nice.
Yay, Alex.
Thank you.
was
Nice.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did
Magic.
you ever
It's
see one? Anybody?
I don't quite know what you
have
said.
to
A
look it up.
blue
A great blue heron.
Heron is a bird.
Aaron.
is a
Thank
bird.
you.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
very good at catching fish.
I will look it up.
And when
after.
they fly, they
beautiful.
have, they do. They're a Z formation.
Mm.
When you see them,
Oh.
it's very interesting. And in the Native American book, I always like to look up the animals when I see them, because sometimes my answers come in animals. I understand
Yes.
that part. And I could hear him diving. And then he flew right over me. I'm like, okay,
Oh, wow.
I got the message. And I had
Indeed. Amazing.
I had to go,
Amazing entanglement.
yes, and I had to go deeper. And sometimes for me, walking into the next room is scary. I mean, I can, like Peter says, he says, you're not afraid to share anymore. So, and I used to be very afraid to just say what was on, because I always felt like I was 10 steps behind everybody. But I think that's just
Oh.
something I grew up with, because I see things a little differently. We all
Thank
do.
you, Alex.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
all
thank
We're
you, Alex.
each unique.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
We've
Great
all
sharing.
experienced
Thank you,
that.
Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah, truly magical.
I couldn't do it without you guys.
We all have our own unique fractal viewpoint.
Yes, fractals.
Yeah,
It's very true.
Yes.
it is true. Yeah.
But I love that water question. That really helps. Who came first, the
I-
chicken or the egg?
We all,
Yes.
y'all know that I blog, and I read the beautiful article that really helped me understand so much more about our hyper emotionality at this time. So emotions are just on fire. And it's like we are all diamonds, and new facets are being cut in ourselves through the allowance of the energies into our own selves. So I really like the concept of new facets are being cut within ourselves to accommodate, to experience, to allow, to expand ourselves into a more beautiful version of our quantum magnificence. Yay.
I like that because crystals are
Mhm.
cut, faceted, and I love rocks and crystals. I just love. My father studied that, so it's an interesting. That's interesting.
It is. It is. I really like that concept.
I can see the viewpoint.
Very nice. Thank you.
So I called Peter and didn't realize I left it on the line. So it's the longest voicemail he ever got. All of a sudden my phone is next to me and I'm like, we have now run out of minutes. So if he heard us all chattering,
Can
that's
anybody,
funny.
can anybody,
I called his phone.
can anybody try him on FaceTime? Would that help?
I did.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Twice.
Okay.
Well,
It's quite
he's
possible he
definitely not.
doesn't want to be on
Purpose.
call.
He's testing us.
Yeah, or
That's
whatever.
Peter. That's
You know.
Peter.
Testing us to see if we can graduate. I don't know.
Well, if we really get into that, his sharing has been more and more simpler for
Yeah.
Peter. So
On purpose.
I kind of felt, yes, I kind of felt this, I don't know, but this would be the next step.
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe.
I agree. The previous call was his involvement was short and sweet, as I recall.
Mhm.
As it does, yes.
Yeah. It's getting
And then-
simpler and simpler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but we really have to understand that we are quantum. So we are the quantum sharing now, and whatever it happens, we'll still keep going. And Peter, I'm guessing he will find. I'm assuming, of course, I shouldn't do that, but I guess he will find another way to connect
Mm-hmm.
and to be present.
It's
Yeah.
a basic assumption, Nuno. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
It's just the quantum.
It's the first call he will be missing in a long
Yes.
time.
I would say he's connected to us all the time.
oh yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
And,
We just
and
don't see him.
our magnificence knows it.
Mhm.
And we're not missing him in the sense that we don't see him. We are connected at a much deeper level, always.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
Me too, Alfred, and we love seeing your face. So there we go.
Yeah.
Well, we all go through these things. I thought that the no body idea, the concept of no body, was very fascinating because it puts you in a different realm, a different conscious thought process. And so I use I say no body and I use quantum strength, and I know at one point we'll all be at that level together in the realm of quantum across that line, whatever that line is. And we just go forward. I don't see any barriers in the sense that you and I are all there. We're always there. And we just are experiencing so many things. I mean, I didn't know when I moved into this apartment that I would have to take my dog, all 3 dogs, out 4 times a day.
Whoa.
There's no dog door. I set an alarm for 6:30 in the morning. I have to do it, or there's a mess, you know.
Big mess.
And
Dogs do that for us
Yes.
also.
Dogs do that, huh?
Well, it's
So
a learning
you-
thing. It's fun.
They have been walking you a lot.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
It is crazy. I like Nuno's
Yeah.
point of view. Those 3 dogs are looking at each other saying, man, we got to walk this human 4 times a day. It takes 3 of us to do this. This isn't like what we used to do.
Yes,
Well,
and they know you can do it.
We're always looking up at you,
Put the
Alfred.
headset on. Put the headset on for that.
We're always looking up, Alfred, at you.
I think we're having a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in Arizona, I didn't go to Disneyland. I have an annual pass to Disneyland. My wife and I, we have an annual pass to Knott's Berry Farm, and we have a food concession thing for Knott's Berry Farm, so we can have actually 1 meal or 2 meals. Now, 1 meal is enough for 2 of us. So if I wanted to have the same thing, and I was really piggy, I would buy 2 meals. But we like their ice cream. They have their boysenberry ice cream, and we buy Starbucks matcha. I don't know if you know what a matcha is. Matcha is like a green
Tea.
material, and they make a drink called blended matcha, and then when it's made,
Bless you.
made with ice
Bless you.
Bless you.
and put whipped cream on top. You seal it in this cup, and then you drink it with a straw. So we've adjusted to the good living. I don't know what to tell you.
Nice.
Who is Galaxy?
Sky? Hi,
Sky.
Sky.
Sky, Wendy Sky.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Can you hear us?
Everybody's here,
Driving.
getting better,
Oh,
Coming home
getting
from work.
better.
Exactly.
I see.
Mhm.
Annie,
Yes. I did.
Annie,
When-
where do you live? Annie, where do you live?
I live northeast of Toronto.
Okay, you're in Canada also. All right.
Yeah. And Sky and Annie have been good friends for a long time,
Long
right?
time. I got that. Yes.
We're quantum cosmic twins.
Right, cosmic twins.
Oh, cute.
What does that mean to you? Cosmic twins.
Yeah, I'm going to.
They're
my
very
wife
good
and
friends. We've always incarnated,
Hi, Alfred.
and we kept on coming back and having our own experiences. That's what it means to me.
Sweet.
Do you have another point of view on that, Sunny?
No, how delightful it is that we have those kinds of connections. I feel like I value them more and more each day.
Indeed.
And the fact that we've come in in soul groups and, you know, a lot of really special friends that we are with as other aspects, and that it makes it doable. You know, we can get through it. Because there
Yeah.
certainly has been a lot of intensity and a lot of
Yeah.
change, and you know, kind of being tested to our ultimate. And you know, how fabulous that we have the background teachings that we do with Peter and possibly others before, so that we even know to balance. I mean, how many people out there don't even know? You know, it's like they just go, ah, you know, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to, you know, start up.
True.
So I was wondering what the temperature is there in Toronto. It's so hot here. It's like I have to put my hair back up.
It's 90
Fell down.
in Pennsylvania today.
With the humid
90 and what?
with the
90,
humid,
very
with the-
hot.
Oof.
not
You
sure, I'm
said,
sure
Annie?
probably over 100.
Wow.
100. Wow.
Do
Pretty
you have
north.
air conditioning?
I do.
Oh, what a blessing.
I live in
I really like hearing what you have to say about the self-growth that we're all, you know, kind of experiencing right now. It's a beautiful thing. Thank
Yep.
Who were you talking to or referencing?
you.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome. I think we're all experiencing self-growth right now. And that's the way of things right now, is a self-growth. Our own internal self-growth, whether we want it or not, here is.
And how incredibly wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I'm really at a deep level, understanding oneness more and more, and all the dimensions and my dimensionality, and connection. It's just wow. Yeah, big time.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I had something I would like to share.
Please, we'd like to hear from
it-
you, Miss Wendy.
Thank you. In July and around the middle of July, it was so hot here in Houston, Texas area. And I decided or chose to use my quantum to change the weather for my backyard. So
Good.
I was focusing on temperatures to be in the mid 80s or lower, and rain every day.
Wow.
Very
It
different for
rained every
Texas.
day since then, except for 2 days. It rained yesterday. And
There we go.
and the
Did
temperature
it rain
changed
just on your backyard?
only in my backyard.
Wow.
Way to go. Way to go.
It has rained in my backyard every day except for 2 days. Since then.
Way to go, babe.
Today.
Yay.
Hey, what a
And,
focus.
And I was taking pictures of the rain and sending them to my family because they were talking about how dry it is and everything, how they don't get rain. And so I told them that I was doing this, that I was making sure that I have rain every day and lower temperatures. And the temperature was dropping every day, unless yesterday it was 89, it was the high, but it never got that high. It was like 80, 85. So
Wow.
it
Beautiful.
hasn't
Beautiful.
For
been
you.
a day that it's been that,
Hey, Wendy.
That's
but it's getting
amazing, Wendy.
cooler.
That's amazing.
So that is
Sweetie,
just
probably
part of
spotty 'cause
what
you're
Peter has said that we could enjoy as being quantum, is to focus on the weather and change it. And we can do that,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Hi, Donna
Hi,
D.
Donna D.
Thank you.
Hi, Donna
Hi,
D.
Donna D.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Donna
Donna
D.
D.
Hi.
We see half your face.
Yeah.
You have that face.
Half,
Only half.
only half.
You can see only half.
The window
Of
side,
you,
we see the
Donady.
window side.
I think she's frozen.
There we go.
There you
More,
go.
more,
There we
There.
Better.
It's on a
Little
table.
more. There we
There
go.
we go.
Thank you for your story, Wendy. Thank you for sharing. I
Yeah,
like that.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
good work, good
Wow.
work.
Just awesome, awesome experience. Thank you for sharing.
Good job. Good
Thank
job.
you. You're welcome.
What happens if we expand that?
Well, let's experiment and see what happens.
There we go. Yeah.
Gentle rain, gentle rain.
Yeah, it's
I've
been
been-
gentle
I've been
rain,
working
no
too.
storming, just, and mostly
Thank you,
the
Diane Lynn.
sky was cloudless, but it had clouds over my house.
Yay.
Wow. Wonderful.
Just your house. How far out is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, and in our neighborhood, we would be driving out of the neighborhood, it'd be raining really hard. And then as soon as we got out of our neighborhood, it was sunny. No cloud.
Wow.
And I took a video of it.
Very good.
That's
That's
cool.
good.
That's excellent.
Way to focus, Wendy.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, Peter said we could do it, so that's what I'm doing.
Yes. I clearly remember Peter saying on that call, he was talking about he was sharing about the haze, right? The
Hail.
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 Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And he said we could change the weather in 45 minutes. So me too, I'm working with the weather because you know, you hear every day about the drought. It's a reality here too. And high temperatures. Of course, temperatures normally are high in the summertime. We've got higher than this, but this is an issue now. It's a subject they would like to put out every day. You know, like I mean I know they mean to scare people, but we also have quantum water, and the other work I've been doing with this water subject is like it's like I can see now water existing not only on the water liquid side, you know, because this is quantum, we use water, so it's like we are always underwater.
Yeah.
And this is amazing, this realization, and a drought season that we are supposedly now planet-wise, right? So we have great power. This is another thing Peter shared on that call. We don't know how powerful we really are, and Wendy just showed us. So we have that impact, we have that knowledge, and we have that ability
To focus.
to
On
focus and to change, you know, to set, to balance a little bit the, you know, the duality. There's drought and heavy rain, and we get quantum is in the middle, of course. So it's amazing that we have this awareness and
because it didn't make me feel crazy.
an opportunity right now to expand and to test.
We're all supposed to be together. I'm
Truly,
here.
truly. So we
Yes.
notice our grid. We have a quantum grid on our planet.
Donna
And
D, are
it's-
you on mute?
Yeah, there's some noises coming somewhere.
From Donna, I think.
So we notice our quantum grid, which is an extension of our own quantum being. And when we notice things like a harp in Alaska, or what others want to do with harm, we also notice that within a unity, a unity will not harm. A unity will function, and it will use its function. So we're looking at unique and special and equal, just like New Jerusalem, the mothercraft. It functions, it's sentient. Our grid is sentient. So when we notice these little things, the fear porn or whatever we call it in the blogs and what Nuno just brought up, we notice it's worldwide for me. And then I can also say, well, I love HARP. Let's balance out HARP. Let's notice our quantum and let's notice our brand new grid. And what's fascinating is there were blog talk calls on the Hollow Earth Network where we had one of our quantum members in Hawaii. And I believe it was Susan, is it? Maybe others can help. And Susan would call Peter and say, Peter, can you please help us? We have a hurricane. And Peter, being his gentle quantum being, said yes.
I think it was Susan.
The pressure inside the hurricane is plasma, as Nuno is noticing. So this is in our cosmos. So Alfred, being very cognizant of the quantum water consciousness and participating in that, it's here in my perspective. So in noticing these things, it's great to share them. And the power is just there. I won't even call myself powerful. I'll notice quantum.
Yes.
And that's something somebody else will bring to me and I can say yes or no. And that's a nice perspective. And yet this quantum is entangled. It's singular. If Peter was here, I would ask him a question. Peter, how do you differentiate one? And Peter, how do you differentiate quantum singularity? And Peter, how do you differentiate quantum magnificence? And when I notice this, the grid pops up. My personal grid pops up. The interaction of quantum entanglement, it just pops up. So all these things that I'm reading about, archangels, dragons, ascended masters, I don't find myself saying pre-quantum. I don't find myself saying post-quantum. I look at it as this grid structure, an extension of quantum entanglement, and it's becoming very pliable now. It's something just easily grasped, and this quantum love we bring to everything that's in the cosmos, it's astonishing the galactics. It's astonishing many, many beings, and the ones that want to play in harm, so be it. Let them play in harm. Has nothing to do with me. And this is mathematics. This is the geometric oriented design. This is the quantum unique inducing, bringing forth the potential. And it's so beautiful that we notice the gray blue heron or the water. And these stories are here. We were going across Montana and we can shift the weather, no problem. I found it was more in 45 seconds.
Okay.
And I know Peter coming out of Colorado to go to Tampa, an ice storm. And we're all over Peter. How'd you do it? Well, I just saw a shaft and nothing stopped the plane and our plane got up and I'm here. No other planes got out. And there it is. And it's so magical. It's so beautiful. And we can go on and on and on because there's endless. The joy I feel. I look at the screen and it pops up purple. Someone speaks and it goes to purple. It reminds me of a Jimi Hendrix song. Kiss the sky, purple haze. There's a gray blue heron flying over me.
Yeah, and I could hear the heron before.
I'm
saw
sure.
him. And
yes.
when I walked over there was like, okay, where's the water? But I heard the water anyway. I always feel like there's water everywhere. It's in the air. It's in every particle. I've always felt that. And I feel like I use the water.
And this quantum conscious water we brought in.
Yeah,
That's right.
My sense is that this is what we all brought in.
Thank
I
you,
remember
Russ.
Scott. Thank you. Well, I remember Scott asking Peter, and Peter said, "Yes, Scott, you were there. You weren't physically at Anda Hart's house, but you were there because this soul family, this quantum family, it isn't. It's funny, we look at numbers because we're taught these things. We're taught to look this way, and then all we have to do is shift the perspective. We flip it. We just with a twist of that, boom, golden orbs, boom, there you go. It's and then they show it in the movies, and it's like, how can this Marvel stuff be really accurate? And then you kind of look in the mirror and say, oh, because it's accurate. And now we get to experience. Now we get to growth. Now we got multiples. Now it's here in a knowing, and it's new, and it's balance able because we're capable, or we can have a response. Hey, gee, this stuff here is 100 degrees and I like water. So Wendy says, I'm gonna play with this. And how beautiful. And I just want to keep talking, but it's prescient, it's omniscient. That's what is really amazing. It's pervasive. Everywhere we go, we're already there.
We know
we're doing something that's so positive, and it brings joy, and it brings happy. It's ease. I like quantum ease. I like quantum joy. I like quantum love. I really love focusing on that because it brings it all in. And yes, Nuno, I have 3 words, and I was working with Peter to bring the scope of the confusion on many a one into more of a focus. And my 3 words are this: balance, love, and mastery, because I know it's new, and then I'm right at balance. And if I'm at balance, I'm beloved ones, I'm in love with quantum love. And so right there, quantum love. And after that, it's just mastery.
Growth.
So those are the 3 words for me. So in bringing the site down into 3 words as we have, for me, that's a focus, because it's knowable, and it's new, and it's able, and it's balanceable. And there I am. What am I going to do with it? So every moment. And the question I'd like to ask us is, what do we find ourselves spending time on when we find ourselves in this balance? For me, it's in the expression of what I think I am in contrast to what I know I am, and how to balance with this in a quantum with all of my expressions, all the beautiful faces I'm looking at. You're real. You're in my heart. You're in my quantum entanglement.
That's wonderful.
Whether I'm on
Thank you, Ed.
Telegram or it doesn't look like I'm on Telegram, or I'm on Zoom or it doesn't look like I'm on Zoom, I'm inside. The quantum is inside. The quantum's everywhere. The double blind test of quantum depends on the observer. What's the observer observing? What it knows. So there's a movie, I tell all my friends, what the bleep do we know? It speaks to the quantum. It speaks about Emoto, Dr. Emoto. It speaks to the quantum water. And here we are right back at ourselves. Cosmos.
Hi, Sky.
Hi,
Sky.
Wendy.
Hi, Sky. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Sky.
Hi, Wendy Sky.
Hi, how is everybody? I've been
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Balancing.
Balancing, right on.
Balancing, that's exactly right.
Is Peter
It's always fun for me to see you and
Peter.
Annie together.
Well, Peter's
Wendy.
not on the Zoom call.
Yeah, but he's in quantum, right? He's with us.
Many of us called him and he didn't
It
answer.
was his surprise for us
Yeah.
today.
Oh, well, here's the thing. If we all think of him, he will show up.
Focus, focus,
Yeah.
focus.
That's
It's a
true.
Yeah.
quantum thing.
I'm
It's
seeing
like,
12 people. Is that about right?
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
when you have the ability and you walk into the reality that you're in, and you see a picture of an elephant, and you see and you think the elephant, boom, there's an elephant next to you. And the guy that's with you, your guide, says, excuse me, did you want this elephant here? And you're looking at the elephant, you say, well, not really. I'm just learning how to use this ability I have. And so you say, well, we'll take it to the zoo. Okay. And so somebody else takes it to the zoo. So you have to know that what you think, what you, in your, not just your mind, but in your quantum self, you create everything that is.
Mhm.
Call Peter. Think of him. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You want him here, he'll come. That's
Here, Peter.
amazing. We know he's here already. Come on.
We know that he knows what we are doing.
Yes, he does.
He
He's
knows
watching.
everything, right? He knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
I used to go to casinos, and I love playing electronic Keno because I can influence the machine. And I always, every time I sat down to play it, I would win 1,000.
Wow.
It would pay for my
you.
trip. I already know how to do it. I just knew it. And I wasn't greedy, so I didn't win any more than 1,000. But the point is, it's you. You have to think about what it is. It's just not your mind thinking. It's your quantum self doing it. And everything that happens is like that. I mean, we are part of this thing, and we're experiencing it at our level. But because we're all tied together now, it's inexcusable not to call Peter. Excuse me.
Well,
Nuno,
yes.
you are so good at this.
We did try to call him, but wherever he is, he knows what he's doing.
He does know.
He does know.
I want one of those machines that he has, those quantum travel devices, because I would love to travel. I think he said that we all have one. In the past there, he was talking about those things, and he says, I created one for everybody. And
The
I'd love to,
Merkaba? Is that what you mean? The Merkaba?
not the Merkaba. This is
A spaceship?
you know, when he was saying that he was all of a sudden in his house, and all of a sudden this orb expanded and just enveloped him and took him to a ship or a meeting place or something. That is a quantum thing that he has created.
Oh, okay.
And and he said, I created one for everybody. And he says, like, it's a 12-man ship. It's, you know, it will hold like a dozen people, maybe something like that. And so I personally want to experience that.
Oh, you
I don't
will.
want to travel.
So we
I don't
can
want to
choose
travel.
to.
Yeah, I don't want to travel on the ground. I want to, you know,
Well, if we can focus, like Wendy did, right?
focus.
On
Yeah.
that.
Focus is the magic word.
Yep.
It is the magic word, one of them.
Yep.
Very powerful.
How long
Then-
did
Not thought. Thought is not the right word.
Yeah, it isn't. It's hard to sometimes
it take you to do the
use another one.
the rain?
What's going?
I was just wondering how long it took Wendy to manifest the rain.
Oh, well, I just started focusing and that day it rained. And then I took a picture because I was excited, showing it to my family. But excitement is not a quantum word, so don't use that one.
You're right. You're right. The calmness is probably
Yes.
what
Remain
manifested.
calm
Remain calm.
and focused and
Balance. Yeah.
and just be sure, like say, I know.
No, you know,
No.
and yeah, knowing, no.
No, new balance, multiples, growth, practice. And just use that word practice. I'm just practicing.
I do weather work also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weather work is actually pretty easy.
Tell
If
us
you,
about
well, if you really, you just have to do it with consistency. I always do, like I used to have to go to England and it would be bad weather, seriously. And I would just start I would just start a month in advance and just see sunshine on London and just do it every day. And I remember the last time I was there, it was in May and it rains usually every day. And it was sunny every day. And in the park, everyone went insane. Everyone was in the park. The businessmen had their pant legs rolled up. And I mean, you couldn't even walk through the park. Everyone was talking about it. But I do it here in Colorado and it's rained almost every day for the last couple of months. And then I changed it to downpour because I wanted a lot of rain. and our secretary couldn't get to the house because her road washed out. So I changed. Right. But I mean, weather work is easy because we are water. You know, that's what we are. Like Nuno said, we're a body of water. So anyone can do it. It isn't hard, but you just have to do it every day and be consistent with it. That's the key.
Yes.
Yeah, the 2 days I forgot, but the 2 days it didn't rain, I didn't want it to rain because our neighbors were pouring a new driveway with cement.
Yeah.
So I was like, hold it off.
Yeah, anyone can do it though. It really is easy for us to do, to work with water like that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's a big subject, weather, and we have so much to work on, right? Because I feel each word, each subject, and that is a big part of organization, we have to master. And the ones that are actually in front of us is, well, it's probably easier because we remember them every day. But the same happens with every other subject. And some of us are a little bit remote or far distant, a little bit. We have
not connected.
How you say? No, there's different distances from those subjects because we are unique, and different people have different relationships with different subjects. Okay, so one of us should be quicker with weather, and we have Diane Lynn, and Wendy sharing their experience. So they are obviously very fast, very good at it, and for us, I'm working on that. I just started because we have to work on the beliefs, because we don't believe these things at when we start everything or anything. We don't believe. The belief system is blocking our quantum.
Right.
So we have to balance a lot in us. That's part of practice. And then what I know now is that it is self-taught, because we are working with quantum singularity and we are working with our quantum, not quantum part. Peter corrected me, and now I see why. And working together with quantum singularity and our quantum, we are getting self-taught. So we ask the questions and the questions are answered at the right timing. And we use focus. When I start this, and when they say, you know, everybody was meditating, and meditating was a big subject, and it is a big subject, like death, for example, but it's bigger for some people and smaller for other people. But meditation, the first time Peter said long time ago that we don't meditate, we focus. That was, you know, some eye opening for me,
Yeah, new.
because I said, okay, that sounds a lot faster. That sounds a lot easier than meditating, because I don't relate to meditation. I never did. And a lot of people don't. And today, looking at one, meditation or focus does not even that
There's no
subject.
comparison.
No, of course not, because focusing is instant. We don't need a special environment. We don't need, you know, rituals. We don't. You just focus. You just put your focus on something, and your quantum starts immediately to speak with you.
Exactly.
So this is really mind blowing, because you're blowing your mind, your mindset, you know, which are basically machines. It's digital.
Yeah, digital.
It's computers. Yes.
Example of nobody.
Yep.
Like the nobody part.
The instant's very fascinating, because we know instant. All of a sudden, we can expect instant, like instant coffee, like an espresso. I had no idea you could put that much flavor in 2 ounces of coffee, and yet I tasted it, and there it was. It's like, oh, I can shift my meditation to an instant focus. I like that. I can do it in a breath. I like that. I can contact all of you with a pulse. Yeah. There it is.
Yes, it's like the finger slap. It's
Yes.
like this.
Instant.
Yes.
I'd like to share an experience. One day I was at Walmart recently, and I'm coming out of the store, and as I'm walking to my vehicle, my wife was in the car, and I see an adult woman and her, let's say, 9 or 12-year-old daughter. And the daughter has her shoes untied. They're like shoelaces that need to be tied, right? And so her mother is kind of coaching her on why is this happening? So I stopped and I shared a new concept of tying a shoelace with her. I learned on the internet there's a thing called a Berluti knot, and a Berluti knot uses the 2 loops, and as you move them around, you pull both loops through, and you have 2 knots that tie that lace. And so this woman who was an Italian, they made Italian shoes, and she owned the business, and she wanted to have a unique thing, and she designed this knot. And so I saw the video and I started practicing it. Well, I had to leave 1 pair of shoes with the knot in it so I could really remember. But I use it all the time now. And when I sat down, I sat right on the concrete in front of those 2 people, and I undid my sneakers, my tennis shoes, and I showed her, because my laces are really long, and I did the knot once, and she said, "Well, how do you undo it?" And I just pulled the end of the lace, and it just pulls apart instantly. It's not quantum, but it pulls apart very fast. And so she said, "Oh," and so I said, "Well, let me do it again." And so I did it a second time, and she got it, and she was teaching her daughter. Now this is an opportunity. This is a quantum sharing thing, and our sharing is really important to tie us all together at that other level.
To tie us all together. Beautiful.
Like the shoelaces. Yes. Entangled.
Thank you for sharing in that way, Alfred. That was lovely.
Yes.
I went to look for a shirt. My
I
daughter bought
appreciate
me.
you're doing that for the child and the mother, as well as sharing your
Yeah.
story.
You know,
Thanking
since
that
we're people,
specifically.
we're people, and that's what
Yes.
makes us. And
Unity, we're one.
yeah, I wasn't trying to be goody-goody or anything. I just wanted to share.
No,
it.
of course not. You were just being one.
Being
What kind of
Alfred.
human you are.
That's wonderful.
And
A
human.
kind human,
We
You
have
started to
this-
tell
a
us
kind human
something else. What
sharing,
was that?
which is
Yeah.
very
We have-
helpful to the next human, and it just spreads.
Yeah, we have a field 100 feet around us. And if you walk into a situation that you know how to solve or change again is the key word, right?
Yes.
That's what quantum is. And so we began to change a focus of a thought process that we've learned for 20, 30 years. We always tie our shoes the same way. But that's not just it. We have the ability to change. And that's the key here. So I help
Yes.
them change.
Alfred, would you spell
Yeah, thank you, Alfred.
Alfred, I think somebody's asking you to spell the word. Is that correct, Sonny?
Berluti? Yeah.
I think it's Berluti.
yes.
Well,
Yes.
you could probably Google it and say double knot shoelace.
Okay.
Okay.
Not shoelace.
Italian.
I've never Googled it, but
Okay.
if you go on YouTube and you put the idea of that double knot shoelace, you probably will get it.
Okay,
Or
thank
Italian knot or something. You know, I don't.
Shoelace.
But it was a unique thing
got
for
it.
me to find it. But that's our quantum magnificence showing us there's a better way.
Mhm.
He already knows.
Indeed.
Yes, definitely.
I'm just catching up.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Alfred.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's BERLUTI.
Oh, with a T rather than a D.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay, I
it's not
had the D.
Berluti.
Berluti.
Berluti, yeah,
Thanks, sweetie.
BERLUTI. I
Berluti.
believe
what's the
that's how it is.
Berluti.
You know, see, this is the thing. Your magnificence will always help you find it.
Well, yes.
There's always, there's the first way. I told you one. And then the second way is your magnificence is going to point out, well, did you Google it?
Oops. There, sorry.
So funny. We are so, I don't know what it is. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter. I mean, a great granddaughter now. And she is so intelligent beyond belief. But she never puts things in her mouth. Okay. She is going to sensitivity training with a professional to learn how to put things in her mouth. In other words, she has no sensory understanding of putting sandpaper on her tongue. She doesn't know that. She knows she's eaten ice cream and she's eaten yogurt, right? So that's smooth. A cracker is rough. But she's getting positive training in that area because she doesn't want her hands wet. She has to have her hands dry. I mean, she's got this thing, but she's very, very quick. I mean, instantly quick, and probably doesn't ever forget anything either. But she decided that she would eat fish. She says she wants to go to fishing. So her mother took her to a bass shop.
How old is she?
3.
3.
3.
Okay.
March 3.
Okay.
This year, March 3. So she now wants to eat fish. She wants to learn how to fish and cook fish. She never wanted to eat meat before. She says, well, because she relates to what are the humans in the water are called
Mermaids.
Mermaids.
Yeah, the females are mermaids, yeah, mermen. Yeah. So she says, well, her favorite thing is to stuff mermaids, the toy, soft toys. And so she says, well, the mermaids eat the fish. She relates to that, but I think it's a deeper thing with her. I think she probably was
He remembers.
a mer person at one time. She knows it. So she doesn't have a problem
Probably
with that.
is.
She never has fear of anything. I mean, things can be exploding around her. The fireworks go off. Some kids are fearful.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm taking up too much time here, but I just want you to understand that young children have
The kids,
capability of adjusting, changing. So.
Yes.
the children coming in now are from higher dimensions, higher, they're much higher, the ones that are coming in
Yeah.
for being ascension and what's going on. So, they're knowingly coming in and are quite bright. My two great nieces are a wonderful equal. I've heard it, and just like you experiencing it and seeing it in action, wow, are they bright and very from the heart space, very loving.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I have made, because I create, I'm always creating, and I take a magnetic toy, a magnetic alphabet, it's capitals, and I put magnets on them, and a dry erase board that's magnetic, and I gave her a whole set of those. Her mother teaches her with that, about alphabet. Well, I gave her, the latest magnetic toy I gave her was the lowercase letters, all with magnets on it. And
Yay.
so you begin to see how quick she can get this stuff. But her mother has a program. She never alters this program. They sleep at a certain time. She eats. She always takes food with her when she travels with her anywhere. And it's like, she has a steady time. She does get television, but not a lot. And so it's all she's on the internet taking a internet training course. I mean, I have 3.
Wow.
You have to understand, her mother is very advanced. She learned ballet from a real Russian ballet teacher at her school in Arizona.
How cool is that?
In Scottsdale. And so she's,
Wow.
all I can tell you is she's teaching her that too. So she's actually teaching me, like I said.
Yes,
Way
it's
cool.
sharing.
Does
Here's
anyone
coming
know where
around.
Julie and Brian are?
They're traveling today.
Oh, that's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah,
They're-
Jilly
they're-
is sick. Yeah,
What?
Jilly is sick. So
Julie is?
Jilly.
Jilly.
Oh.
Jilly.
Julie and Brian are coming back from visiting.
They're
their
flying.
family, and they're flying today. Jilly, Jill, Jilly Love is sick.
Okay, well, she's probably getting
Her
well
body
right
is
now.
cle-
Because we're thinking about it. She
Yeah.
doesn't need to be sick.
Yeah,
We
she's
know
cleansed.
that she caused her own illness, but we are believing that she is well.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see her jumping up and down and with the balloons in her hand. I go to Disneyland all the time.
Mm,
I like that.
very interesting conversation.
Some of us are sensing ancient symptoms and just gearing up our DNA, and there are changes sometimes in the body, detoxing, etc. Doesn't mean we're sick. Body doing what's needed.
Yes. Yes.
The B minerals really, we take
Beautiful
that every day
bodies.
now. New things, yeah. Good.
You bet.
and salty water. It's like the ocean, isn't it?
Yes, that's what we are.
Yes. Well, we take 1/5 for our plasma compared to salty water is like 1/5 or 1/4 of salty water and 3/4 or of fresh water. So that's the relation between our plasma, the salinity, and the concentration, mineral concentration on our plasma relating to the seawater.
So what I use is 1 flat teaspoon of sea salt in a gallon of water. I don't know.
Then
I do the same
feel,
thing.
yeah, whatever you can, it's you feel good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my formula.
Yeah.
If you feel you need a little bit more salt, you put it a little bit more, and if you need to drink fresh water, you drink fresh water. But there's a, you know, there's the part of the plasma, the blood plasma that we have, which is what we part of the education of the sea salt ingestion
Process.
Okay.
Yeah, the process.
Yes, because it can be too salty, but it's okay if you drink enough water after that. There's no problem with it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You have a good understanding. Where did you get that?
Well,
Magnificence.
no, I've been reading. Yes, I've been reading since the beginning. You know that the Darko Velchek, it was on the Many of One webpage for a long time.
Right.
It still is.
Still is.
It's on,
Okay.
it's on a different page, but it's still there.
It's still
Really?
there. I think I've read that PDF about 5 times. It's really interesting.
And
for you,
for
Alex.
me,
True.
for me, the water part was the easiest change for me to do at the beginning because I was looking to get more healthier, but some behaviors are very hard to change. So I look at it and I said, okay, water I can do, salty water I can do. And then I started a long time ago. But we really need to graduate. This is the last call I shared. Alex, you asked what call was it that Peter,
Yes.
we were discussing water and body. And also at some point in that call, what Peter was sharing is that we really need to graduate from even the water intake and the water, need we still have when we get to quantum, mastering also water and all that subject of hydration and whatever you need to master, you'll graduate. For instance, Diane Lynn doesn't drink water, not as much as I, at least, or none at all. I don't know, but
Peter doesn't either.
Yes.
I don't drink water. I get water in food and stuff, but
I've been slowing mine down. And it's on the Divine page if you're interested. The water hydration.
Thank you. Yes.
Cellular hydration. It's under that gray box. You press it, and then Dr.
Darko.
Velchek, yes.
It has a very different
Chapter 8.
Darko Velchek.
Chapter
It sounds
Great.
Czechoslovakian. I don't know if it is.
He is very evolved when we are talking about divine health, okay? Not quantum, but he is using quantum principles
Yeah.
to evolve in his own education.
It helped my body a lot, and I can now, on different days, today I didn't seem to need any salt water at all, so I just trusted my magnificence, my quantum magnificence. Some
Yeah,
days
I've been doing
lot,
that.
some days I drink a little. I vary the amounts now, but in the beginning I was literally cleansing myself with it, and it will cleanse you, and it does work. Even your emotional
Thank
body,
you.
it really helps to cleanse your emotional body. The salt.
Thank you.
I notice I came to the salt water as often as I can this summer, and that really helps. That's different just being in it. He goes through lots of explanations saying you'd never have to go without water if you can just sit in the salt water. Your body absorbs what it needs.
Oh, definitely.
But
Definitely.
he lived, I think, right?
I've been no. He was
Did he
a.
what?
I think
he
he
was
lived
a scuba diver.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I've experiencing that I've experienced that myself here in the beach, because when I go to the beach and I swim a lot, I'm not thirsty.
Yeah.
Not at all.
What's
Well, how is
interesting?
it that a whale doesn't need to drink fresh water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of the fish
They
do,
use a
right?
straw.
The straw. Hmm.
Very good.
Funny.
I think our hearts are so tuned to this that it's very difficult to say the words of what we are. And I just want to thank you all for your participation and your just being. This is not necessarily easy, but it is really enjoyable. And because we are continuing to do this work that Peter has so graciously taken his precious time to forge us into the reality of what quantum is, I think we are so blessed. I mean, that's not quantum, but it's just a wonderful thing to be here. So.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yay, yes. Thank you, Alfred.
I especially have enjoyed today having the chance to share with everyone and hearing so many wonderful stories and experiences. I think it's really, really, really special. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sunny.
Thank
Sunny.
you. Thank you, Nuno.
Sunny.
Thank you,
Thank-
Sunny.
Thank you,
Oh, we
us.
have
Thank you,
to
everybody.
We
Thank
have
you,
to
Thank you,
decide what to
us.
do next time.
Yeah.
Us. Thank you,
Yuri,
us.
Yuri,
Oh, I
have to talk about how we're
Yuri-
going to meet, because this is
Yuri,
the last
Yeah.
month.
send me an email. You have my email. Send me a link as to how to pay for the next year of
Oh,
Oh,
this.
Alfred, but
I really,
yeah, I have a feeling, Peter somehow didn't show up today, right? It seems like there is a change, or quantum is always change.
yes, it is.
Right.
And I feel like maybe we can go with the flow. I don't know. I mean,
Just what, are you saying 1 month at a time?
well, I don't know, what do you feel like? I felt like there's need to be or we are choosing to change. That is why this is happening. Like this has happened the way it happened today, So perhaps maybe we can spontaneously do this.
I like staying in the
time.
moment.
Hmm?
The what time?
FaceTime.
FaceTime. We can go back to FaceTime.
That's
Well,
an idea
FaceTime
because
is
we don't
not
have that
available
many
for-
people anymore.
No. So we can
So-
do FaceTime spontaneously without having to, worry about payment or, anything like that. And if we
But
feel like,
What a great idea.
yeah, I mean, we can go back. I think it might be a
I'll
perfect.
drink to that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do that.
Should we
we have
try?
under
I
50.
mean,
Yeah, we have under 50 people, so that I guess that's
Second it.
the rule.
Wendy,
we can be more spontaneous with
pretty,
FaceTime.
Yeah, and 33
yes.
people was the limit and it still is, so
Yeah.
we
But-
don't have 33
No, not anymore.
Nope.
showing up in the calls anyway.
Mhm.
Right.
I think the most we've had is about 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we try and go back to FaceTime next time?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
17
Yeah.
to
just
do.
a
Let's
question.
do.
Hey, that was easy.
Shall we make the next first Sunday, or you don't even want to do that right now?
I
Or
don't know. What do you think? Sunday.
I'm open to it.
Yeah, the first Sunday is always good.
If
I like-
Sunday is good for everybody, it's good for me.
it's good for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's the date, Alex? Do you have a calendar there?
It's
No,
been
no. Do you
consistent.
like to share
it's
something?
the fourth.
just
Sounds like you
the
wanna say-
FaceTime isn't just for iPhone.
Yes, it is.
Or FaceTime. Oh yeah, that's right. Apple
It-
products.
It
Apple.
can be
Apple
on the
products, that's
computer
right.
as well.
FaceTime?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
computer.
it has to be Mac.
And Apple.
Macintosh.
It has to be
Macintosh.
MacBook though, or Apple. If it
Okay,
has to be
yeah,
an
because-
Apple device, I think, for iMessage, doesn't
Does
it?
Wendy Sky have an Apple device?
I have an iPad. I can use
Okay.
that.
How about
Diane Joy, do you have something you can use, sweetie?
Yes, I do. I just couldn't
Yay.
get my iPad.
Okay.
That's good.
The
It could
screen.
be iPhone or iPad or something MacBook. It could be any of those.
So
An
what do we
iMac, that's
think?
what I use.
Fine with me.
FaceTime?
But you
FaceTime.
can
Okay.
you can use FaceTime on PC.
I have. Oh, I thought
You
so.
can?
No,
You
it
can't.
has to be Macintosh.
Okay.
Oh,
it's an
Apple.
Apple.
Apple Pro. No, do
It
you
has to be
have?
an Apple device
oh.
for
You're
iMessage.
gonna have to throw your peaches away and use Apple.
Oh, funny.
Well, the Apple I have, the iPhone I have is not very good. So, but I think I can try to download FaceTime on PC. I think we went through this
Yeah, I think
the
so.
other time.
Yeah, you
Three
used to
times.
I will
participate, you know.
try. I will try to download FaceTime on my PC because I have a bigger screen, and with iPhone I'll
It's
go
easier.
back to the smaller screen, and well,
If,
You look
if
bigger,
for
you
any
know,
reason
you
you
look bigger.
we'll
cannot
figure
get
it
it,
out.
let us
Sorry?
know.
Yeah, we'll
Sorry?
figure it out.
If you can't
Yeah,
We don't
download,
care.
I will
We don't care
try.
which one we use. You know, I would help with the financing. I really will. I just have to know which way. that
Thank
we
you,
need to do
Alfred.
it.
That's really, really
Yeah,
sweet of
really.
you.
That's beautiful,
Thank
Alfred.
you, Alfred.
Thank you,
Thank-
Alfred.
But we don't want to use money as much as possible because money is not what many of one is all about.
Right. It is. That's true.
You know,
I
Peter
agree
does
100%.
everything for free for us,
Mhm.
which is wonderful. Nobody else does. I see people walking away and I'm like, hey, you guys, you're not getting this for a payment. You're getting
No.
it all for free.
Yeah.
What an amazing gift, you know?
Yeah.
so no,
Indeed.
Truly.
Zoom will always give us 40 minutes at least.
Yeah.
I just looked, you can do FaceTime on your PC.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, good, good.
Thank you,
great.
Diane.
I'll
Thank you,
download.
Diane.
Yes, I
Yeah.
was.
We can try. I mean, we can try and see if.
Yeah, we could do a test
Right.
even, you know?
Do a test for next month. And we
Yes,
can
let's
always go
let's-
back
Yes.
and take up Alfred on his offer.
Yeah.
Because we are all
Doesn't
one.
work out.
We are all one, Alfred.
Oh.
I like that.
Even the casino, Alfred.
He's already reaching for my wallet.
Let
There
the,
you go, buddy.
$1,000.
let the casino pay for
You
Where's
are
the
always
casino?
reaching for the
That's so
casino's
cute.
wallets, Alfred.
Yuri, September 4th is the first Sunday.
Oh, okay.
It's Apple money.
It's abundance. It's
There,
just
we need
abundance.
it.
When my
It's just
daughter,
abundance.
when my daughter was little, I remember one time we couldn't do something. I said, I don't have it, Maxine. We can't do that today. That's okay, Mom. I'm just going to show you where the machine is, and you push the buttons, and all the money comes out. Like, love the way the kids.
Any minute, any
So
minute,
simple.
any minute
Yeah.
now.
It's okay, Mom.
And maybe we should put Wendy on that. We should put Wendy on that. We'll go from 80 degrees to, $80 million.
Yeah.
There you go.
My husband would be
Yeah.
happy. He likes to gamble.
We know
We
this
got new
change.
abundance coming in.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
We
like to
have-
gamble.
focus and get that $1,000 out of the machine. Teach him to focus.
That's funny.
So Yuri, you let me know if we need to do it. If we
Yes.
can't, we'll just do the FaceTime.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred.
But
Beautiful.
no, let's
Beautiful.
check your
That's
device
right.
before.
Check.
Yes, I will. I will download, and after that,
Yes.
I'll test. I
Yeah,
will
test.
test it. with
Yeah, I
other
just haven't
people.
used it in a long time. I know I have it.
We
Yeah.
can
Just
all
send 'em.
test.
I use it
Remember,
with my
it was
family all
loud.
the time. I
It was
use it
just
with my
loud.
family all the time.
Now,
Yeah,
do you
I
think,
Okay,
do you think Donna
perfect.
D is okay with that? Do you remember? We lost, I just noticed, where Donna T
I
go?
did that.
She left, Donna.
Okay. Maybe Saturday or Friday, we can test.
Okay.
You wanna do that?
Yeah, set up a test.
Test.
Just let us know.
Yeah.
Go on the flow.
Let us
And
know
chat.
on Telegram when you want to have a group call for testing.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And we'll
Did
just-
you
we'll just
forget
call
about Telegram?
spontaneously when we're ready.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yes. Yay,
Okay,
there you go.
perfect.
Simple.
Hopefully Peter will be on.
Yeah,
Cindy,
who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe he left Divine.
He's in quantum.
He went on a ship.
24/7 quantum.
sit down.
Either way,
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, maybe he's with Ashar.
Okay. Thank you, AB.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you, thank
Bye.
you.
I love you.
Thank you. I love
Love
you.
you.
All. Thank
Thank you.